he's there. We've got to look at the Phoenix Suns situation. I mean, they went all in to get Kevin Durant, what have you. It's kind of inexplicable. When you think about Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, they're the only tandem in the league, averaging 26 a game. And somehow, some way, they can't win. They've lost 11 of their last 14. They're 5 games under 500. If the playoffs were to begin today, if the play-in was to begin today, they wouldn't even be in that. That is just pathetic. It is bad.
The Phoenix Suns season has officially hit rock bottom. And when I say rock bottom, I mean the kind of loss that makes you question everything. Coaching, chemistry, even the team's entire direction. Kevin Durant himself called it embarrassing. And let's be real, when KD uses a word like that, you know it's serious. He's been through a lot in his career. Championship runs, heartbreaking losses, team shakeups, but rarely does he speak with this level of frustration. So what exactly happened in their crushing loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves? Was it just another bad night, or does this expose deeper flaws in the Suns system? Are injuries and inconsistencies to blame, or is this team simply not built to compete with the West's elite? And the bigger question, where do they go from here? Can they turn things around, or are we witnessing the slow collapse of what was supposed to be a title-contending squad? Let's break it all down. On Monday night, the Phoenix Suns suffered a humiliating 116-98 loss at home to the Minnesota Timberwolves. But let's be clear, this wasn't just a loss, it was an unraveling, a collapse. The kind of performance that makes you wonder if this team even believes in itself anymore. At this point, it's not just about one bad night, it's a pattern. The Suns have now dropped 11 of their last 14 games, plummeting to a 28-33 record. A team that started the season with championship aspirations is now struggling just to stay in the play-in race. Think about that. This was a squad built to compete with the best, and yet, with every passing game, they're looking more like a team that might not even make the playoffs. And Kevin Durant? He'd had enough. But here's the thing, wanting to be better and actually improving are two completely different things. Since their scorching 8-1 start, Phoenix has gone an abysmal 20-31. Early in the season, they could point to injuries, Bradley Beal missing time, Devin Booker in and out of the lineup, but Monday night, no excuses. The Suns were at full strength. Every star was available, and yet they still got dominated. So what went wrong? Why does a team loaded with all-star talent look this lost? And more importantly, can they still salvage their season, or are we watching a contender slowly fall apart? Let's break it all down. Let's start with the turnovers, because honestly, they were a disaster. The Suns coughed up the ball 22 times, tying their season high, and the Timberwolves didn't just capitalize, they feasted. Those giveaways turned into a staggering 40 points for Minnesota. Think about that minus 40 points, just handed away. You're not beating any team in the NBA playing like that, let alone one of the best in the West. And it wasn't just one or two players making mistakes. The big three, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal, were responsible for 14 of those turnovers. These are your superstars, the guys who are supposed to take care of the ball, lead the offense, and make smart decisions. Instead, they were gifting possessions to the Wolves like it was a charity event. And then there's the lack of discipline. Bradley Beal's flagrant foul on Anthony Edwards, that wasn't just a hard foul. It was frustration, plain and simple. A team that knows how to win doesn't let their emotions take over like this. But the worst part, effort, or rather, the complete lack of it. The fourth quarter was a meltdown of epic proportions. 9 turnovers in the final 12 minutes, leading to nothing but fast breaks, open shots, and easy buckets for Minnesota. It got so bad that fans in Phoenix, who have been waiting all season for this team to show some fight, had finally seen enough. The boos rained down from the stands, and honestly, can you blame them? Meanwhile, on the other side, Anthony Edwards looked like a superstar playing against a G League defense. He torched Phoenix for 44 points, making their defense look completely non-existent. Nobody could stop him. Not Durant, not Booker, not Beal. Nobody. And it wasn't just Ant. Julius Randle, fresh off an injury, casually dropped 20, and Dante DiVincenzo, wide open, again, and again, and again. The Suns left him alone, and he made them pay, drilling 8 threes with zero resistance. It was ugly. So where does this leave Phoenix? In serious trouble. They're now 4 games behind Dallas for the final play-in spot. 21 games left to save their season. That's it. Coach Mike Budenholzer knows what's at stake. But at this point, the real question isn't whether the Suns can still turn things around. It's whether they even have the fight left to try. Budenholzer said, We've got to go on a run, but it's got to start now. There's no doubt that the standings, the circumstances that we're in, there's an awareness, and we've got to do something to change it. The message from Coach Budenholzer is clear. The words only go so far. The real question is, can they actually back it up? Because right now, this Suns team looks nothing like a championship contender. The chemistry isn't there. The defense isn't there. The urgency isn't there. And if they don't figure it out soon, this might go down as one of the biggest disappointments in recent NBA history. A roster built around 3 All-Stars, a team that was supposed to be chasing a title, now fighting just to stay afloat in the play-in race. It's not just frustrating, it's embarrassing. But basketball isn't played on paper. There's still time, barely. The talent is there, the experience is there. The question is, do they have the heart? Over the next few weeks, we're going to find out what this Suns team is really made of. So, what do you think? Can the Suns pull off a late-season miracle, or is this team already broken beyond repair? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these NBA breakdowns, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update.